Hi, welcome back to Lord of the Rings Online. We are still in the Lone Lands. We have this shadowy background of Withertop behind us. We completed the quests in the Red Swamp. Now we need to meet with the Earthkin for an offering of peace, because they don't seem to be evil. And they're definitely not trolls. So we need to meet with them. Oh. Giant kind. The Yorkin are dying, little ones. Soon we shall be dust and memory. So are these giants, or are they a type of giant? They look more humanoid. Kick Owen.
Greetings.
What is this, little stranger? It smells of meats and furs. You say it is a gift to the Yorkin. Kikoan accepts the gift, little one. We cannot give anything in return. We cannot give help to others until we have no more trouble. We are chased from our home and must find a place that is safe.
What brings you to this place?
Pursued by the past. We are pursued by our past from home in the north and east. We fled as the darkness rose around and came in here to find peace, but peace will not come to us. Not while the enemy follows us south. We stay here and now, away from the forest and the bog, ever in the sun, to shield ourselves from darkness. All at night, the trolls will roam free. If we could confront the darkness and defeat it, we could perhaps make friends of others who are not wishes to come to the shadow of evil. You have helped the tribe who wishes a friendship. Perhaps you would help the Yorkin too. To defeat trolls in the Harloeg. Hey, we get a bow. It's not quite as good as what we've had. One called Gar.
You may help the Earthkin.
We left our home in the hills and stones, caves in the north, and the trolls stirred and took back the land. In our haste, we easily could have overwhelmed the leader of their tribe, but we were cautious enough to hear his name and to see his look. He is large and thick of legs, bearing the look of a warrior and the strength of many. He is called Garrip, and he is the leader of the trolls in Harloeg. What a gift it would be to know that he was defeated. Our past in stone. In our home northward, we wrote histories upon stone. When the trolls came and abandoned our home, and writing and now have little of the memories of our ancestors, the trolls now shift through our old homes and steal the history. We have no knowledge of way. We know only that they now carry our histories upon them. These guys seem capable to defend themselves. So either the trolls are really powerful, or there's a ton of them. Alright, before we go down there, let's make sure. Okay, that's correct. Okay. Yeah, and our quest for Radagast is we need to talk to Eric the Stone Speaker in Harloeg. So all of our quests have led us to this place, so that's good. That is correct. Got some dragonflies in here. Guess we'll kill this warg. He's chasing us. We also got a new axe last episode. Haven't really used it. Looks cool. It's actually like a double-bladed axe. We haven't really seen much of that. Alright, so we need to defeat trolls. We need to collect the Yorkin's tablets of history. We need to kill their leader. And then we need to talk to the Stone Speaker for Radagast. I think we want to kill more undead for the deed. So I think we'll just go ahead and kill any undead we see. I might do all the deeds off screen, because that's obviously a little boring. I don't see any trolls yet. Parkrip Bog Warrior. It should be... Ah, here we go. Oh, these are pretty legit trolls, huh? Armored up. I love the Lord of the Rings trolls, they're so cool. He just stunned me. I remember watching the Lord of the Rings trilogy documentary on how they got the troll sounds. And it was like a combination of horses, and they went to a stadium. I think the trolls are mostly horse sounds. Horses make weird sounds. But to get the Urukai, they went to like a big football stadium and recorded everybody acting like animals. Like they asked the whole audience to stomp and act like animals, and they recorded it, and that's how they get the orc sounds, which is so cool. All right. Yeah, their armor's sweet looking. Bolt, Olog, Hewer. And the cool thing, there's all kinds of different types of trolls in Lord of the Rings. There are cave trolls, which is what these guys are. There are, I think there are snow trolls. Oh, is this the leader? That's a big boy. Look at that guy. Holy cow, he just like whisked me away. The bigger they are, the harder they fall. Okay. So that was that completed, but I think we're gonna go back and talk to the Horkin. Or Jorkin, I don't know how you say it. The Earthkin. That's the leader. Oh. We actually can't loot that yet. Which means our mining skill isn't high enough. We need Artisan Prospector. We might have to run to town and get our prospecting up, because that's going to be a problem. I've also learned you don't want to be... You want to be like on par with your leveling, gathering professions. So we might have to rectify that before we go back out there. Really like this axe I have though. This axe is pretty good. Alright, talk to Kokinen, or whatever his name is. Cohen.
Greetings.
It is done. While our homes are lost, the creature responsible for our exile is no more, and we can find peace here in these lands. The wargs and the orcs will prove more a nuisance than a danger.
You are welcome.
Yes, Brombar, this is the history of my people, written upon the stone. You have done us a great service, and it is clear that the little folk to the north chose you well.
You are welcome here.
You are possessed of strength and beyond what I believed in such a little people. You have earned one trust and giving us hope and honor you, and we will give you our thanks and more.
You may help the Earthkin.
A brokered peace. Ikanin will accept the offer from this tribe you will help. These Eglain You have shown the Yorkin that this is strength of little people who dwell here. Return to your folk and tell them that they may come to us, and we will speak with them and be friends. Good, okay. Grab the... So we need to go back to Oscaruth anyways, because after that I want to make sure my prospecting level is at the correct level. Go back to Oscaruth, and then we'll come back to Harloeg and do the quest for Radagast. The mining deposits are really quite sparse in the lowlands. I've been trying to pick up everything I can see, but they're just not, they're not very often you'll find mining things. Right, talk to Frederick. Record peace.
What can I do for you?
You have proven a choice unmatched, Bromvar. We have found new allies in this world, and we'll work with them to form a bulwark against the evil creeping here. In the south of Harloeg, we need to talk to Eric the Stone Speaker. This is the quest for Radagast.
How can I be of service?
I know much about these lands. Yes, do you know from whence my knowledge stems? The dead hold secrets, great secrets, terrible secrets, secrets that they clutch to their chests like fire on a winter's day. Memories keep their hearts warm. You see, no, perhaps do you not see, but you shall. Oh yes, I believe it, you shall.
Would you do something?
You can learn many
me?
things from the dead, but there is one troublesome shade called Emlyn that resists all attempts to communicate. Perhaps you may succeed where I have not. Emlyn is difficult. He is bound by pride and deems by living beneath contempt. You can prove yourself to him. This might grant you enough status in his eyes that he will lend you aid. Beware when you speak to him. He will try and win your trust with pleasant words that send you off to your doom. Okay, so we need to talk to Emlyn and the Stone Speaker.
What can I do for you?
If Frederick sends you, then I bid you welcome. You will find this strange place in the shades of the long-suffering dead. Walk in these ruins. You have no fear. But have no fear. They do you no harm indeed. They may be able to teach you some of this land. So here's Emlyn. Thou drawest breath, and yet thou dost wish to speak with me. Thou art not like the man Eric. He is stone-wise, and knows the secrets of this land. But even he despises his warmth flesh and bright eyes stare. Wisdom will be thine, and thou art proven worthy. Dost thou dare to face my warrior? Okay. Defeat my men, and I will aid thee. Thou hast defeated my men. Thou art alive still to draw breath, though ragged and coarse it be. Rest thyself, and hearken unto me. Book 2, Chapter 13, The Gaunt Lords. This land was corrupted by the war which raged here. Blood, much blood, spilled into the springs of the lady, until all became red, and the springs became a swamp. The lady, whose name is not remembered because of the Red Maid, a creature lost and corrupt. Ivar the Blood Hand came not long after and awakened her again and claimed her power. Now Ivar is the great threat, even he was. Alright. Do I need to defeat... I guess we should have continued reading that. Emlyn told you about the Gaunt Lord Ivar the Blood Hand raised the whites as his soldiers. You must destroy them and their lord, a white called Broadthrar. Okay. Gaednoth, bounty?
Could I speak with you a moment?
Let's grab these bounties.
Stay a moment.
These can come in helpful for crafting.
Would you do something for me?
Ah. Let's unfollow the bounties because... We don't need to follow those.
Could I speak with you a moment?
Oh yes, greetings. These stones here speak to me and tell me of the ancient struggle that have played out here in the Lowlands. On the side of cursed men and the same lot of Enenim, doomed for their inaction. On the other side, there is a power, I suppose you could call it, who makes his home in Garthagarwin. From what I can discern, these cursed men have tried to set up right and resulted in their inaction, yet have failed again and again. These men, these shades, are not wholly evil, as you may know, and my heart is moved by their lot. I would like to help them in matters right. To help them free from their curse. Perhaps you could help with what? In recent days, fell spirits have stirred the waters and the swamps, taking the form of the creature called Dark Water. They have appeared in great numbers in Garthagarwin and driven out many. So we need to collect Dark Water swords. Alright, we got another spirit over here. Oh, he's got a bunch of quests. Pushing back the past. In sorrow, we awaited this time when the shadow would rise and our part would be made clear. We, the cursed and forgotten, who let the land suffer while we watched, no longer shall suffer, for the shadows tugs upon the claims about us and pulls us toward absolution. At long last, there shall be rest. So defeat whites in the ruins. Rest at last. Of deeds, we were the same in name, and we shared our last. Lost to us, though, the death returned to us, and the shadow which grows on this land, it is not what he was. There is no memory there. There is no knowledge of what came before, but the body raises and much laid to rest. I speak of our brethren, but not so. I truly speak of the thing called Gaunt, which wanders the depths of the ruins, west of Osthin. We need to kill Gaunt. Something yet to be found. At the ruins of the west, once when my booted feet walked in the stone halls, I lost my very dear to me. The last remembrance I had of her was a ring now lost. So we need to find the glinting signet ring. Kind of sad. These guys lost everything. Alright. So we need to defeat... Is this the Garthagarwin? Is that a dungeon or something? No. Okay. So we need to defeat Ramthrar. Collect swords. Defeat whites. Defeat Gaunt. And find the glinting signet ring. Okay. And then our bounties. Soggy mushrooms, silky fly, crunchy crawler meat. Okay, so we just basically need to collect things. We got a lot to do. A lot of things to do here. It's kind of a maze in here. So we're kind of making our way around all this. But we need to get back there. Man, those things are loud. Might have to turn the audio down. Okay, how do I get up there? Looks like over here. Maybe? Yeah, okay. We're in the right area. Gotta kill their leader. Kill their leader, and then we need to collect some bounties. Yep. That's the guy we need to get. The cursed men are mine. No one shall break them free from Ivar's will. Master, I have failed. Oh, there's another path right here. That's good to know. Alright, head back down. Broke my legs. Alright, so we need crawler meat and soggy mushrooms. We'll need those. Okay. Alright, we completed all of the quests in this little area in Harloeg. I think it was Ostkrin or something is what it said, but it doesn't say on the map, so I can't remember. Alright, so we got a lot of turn-ins. Here's our bounties. We don't need to read those.
How can I be of service?
Let's grab... We are a metal worker, so let's grab that.
How can I be of service?
Metal worker, metal worker. Then talk to Emmeline. Thou art returned from thy battle, and the White Lord is no more. Then I shall speak to the past and what is to come. Ancient armor stood long ago, and then it was sundered it was. Three nations arose, Athradain, Cardalin, and Raudar. But armor's light was dimmed, and the hearts of men are so easily tempted to dark deeds. Raudar turned against us the kingdom of Athradain, for there our Dunedain brethren have been overthrown by an evil chieftain of the Hillmen in the service of Angmar, and the warning had come much too late for the maiden for us. Well, that didn't bode well. History of the Red Maid. The wars corrupted this land, drowning it in the blood of the innocents. The lady drowned as well, choking on death and evil, while we did nothing to save her. Twice we failed our duty, and 7 times cursed were we by one of the elves called Arwain Benadar. When the lady became the Red Maid, she brought further ruin to her own home, to the land, and to the beasts she was terrible, and we dared not face her. When there was no more living blood to spill, she slept, until the Ivar awoke her once more. This is my sad tale. Now go, return to the master, and speak to him of our secret. Remember the fate of the guardian, and do not fail in thy duty. We need to return to Radagast. Okay. Pushing back the past. Something yet to be found. Need to talk to Radagast. Alright.
Much has happened.
Yes, it was a terrible fate for anyone, and this Ivar is a fearsome foe. I pray that the youths are not found safe and sound. I pray for those youths are found safe and sound. Oh, but you do not know. Two bold Eglain youths set out to save Oscaruth. They are ignorant of the dangers they face and must be turned from their quest. Pride and honor compel them, but only death awaits.
Will you help me?
Ah. Okay, so this is going to be an instance. So we will end the episode here, and we'll continue with the epic quest.